Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's frequency update, energy reading for June 2024. My name's Fola. To those of you who may or may not know me, we'll give it a moment to let some people come on. And if you would like, I'll just say it right at the beginning, if you'd like personal cards pulled for you at some point, usually we kind of like break it up halfway through. You can let me know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see. What does the month of June have in store for many of us? Obviously, whatever the reading shares here, if you feel like it doesn't resonate or, whatever, like every possibility exists. You just do what you need to do for you. And that's the power of intuitive readings, is that we are able to tap into what's showing up for ourselves on a particular path that we're heading, so to speak. And these cards aren't meant to like show the future. It's more about, hey, where am I on the path? And maybe what wants to, where do things need to shift in my life in terms of like mindset or whatever the case might be, so that I can get to where I want to be, or, align more with what we call in like the esoteric stream, like the great work. So your life purpose, great work, the natural attainment of your evolution as a divine being on this earth. So be what it will for you as you are here today. Hi, Andrew. Sweet. Nice to see you here, though. Yeah, thank you. So we'll tune into the energy through a guided practice right now. And I wanted to just start off. My last month has been like all about connecting to the energy of the sun. And when I pulled out these cards from the bag that had the ruins in it, this was at the bottom of the deck. So it just felt very like a beautiful reminder. So we're going to actually tune into that energy of the sun, which sits in our heart space, the sphere or Sephiroth of Tiferet. And this sphere is beauty. It's the Christ consciousness. And so wherever you are right now, just tuning into your body, into your heart space, and noticing whatever energy or vibration, sensation might be present in that part of your body. And as you continue to just notice this part of you, either your heart, perhaps imagining that symbol of the sun, that circle inside of another circle, this astrological planetary symbol of the sun. And it's also inside your chest. And as you continue to breathe in and out, perhaps you notice a ebb and flow or a kind of a pulsating, a breathing of the sun symbol inside of your heart. And perhaps it also starts to grow in its vibrancy, this part of your body. A golden light, a bright white light, or some other color. Just imagining it pulsating, glowing, and becoming more vibrant. And on your next inhale, I'm going to invite you to pause at the top of the inhale and just really kind of like pulsate that heart space. You can do this mentally. You can kind of pump your belly or chest and then release it out, exhaling. And let's do that a couple more times. So inhaling, holding at the top, pulsating that heart space, that solar disc in your heart. And exhaling out. And one more time, inhaling deeply, holding at the top, and really imagining the energy pulsing out now, out of your body, going out into the universe multiple times, you as the sun, and exhaling out. And we're going to just call to your guides, to those ancestors, those galactic beings, the angels and archangels, those divine beings that are wishing to support us here during this reading, to connect to what the month of June 2024 has in store. We just ask that you open up the way, open up our minds, our hearts, to be able to perceive and receive whatever shows up with clarity, with ease, and with beauty, just like the sphere of Tiferet in the heart. And so imagining what it might be for your next month. Now you can visualize, maybe you have certain things that are coming up for you this June. You know, maybe you have different events you need to go to or projects you're working on that you'd like to see come into fruition. Kind of playing in your mind's eye the next month of June. And even if there's nothing here, if you don't have any particular goals or vision, that's okay. Just imagine the month of June from 1 to 30, I think, is how many days there are. And we're going to just ask those 30 days of June to open up, seeing them each as like little gateways or portals each day. New portal for opportunity for you. And breathing that in, just trusting as those doors open, insights will come. So we're going to pull some cards for this next month of June for the collective. And then as always, for those who would like personal cards pulled, you can let me know in the comment section. We'll get to you as we go through. So as we were just doing that practice even of envisioning like these portals or these little doorways, I was getting instantly this like Akashic Records kind of vibe. So there could be some things here I'm kind of sensing around past life over the next month. So, you know, interesting. Even earlier today, lately I've been having this thing. There's a song from Kendrick Lamar. I think it's called Silent Hill. Don't quote me on that. I think it's the Silent Hill song, but from his like one album. Anyway, he says at one point something about past life regression lets me know my condition, or some form of lyric like that. Hey Tahira, hey, nice to see you. Woo! Anyways, so the whole idea with this quote and the thing that's coming through, it seems, is the power of knowing what your past lives are so that you can create your future, okay? And perhaps this is something that's going to play out over this next month. And when you hear that like lyric, I guess, of Kendrick Lamar, this idea that when we can like actively choose to go and review a past life or receive insights of that past life or past lives about a particular issue or behavior, then we can gain something. We can receive something back. It's like a win for us. We have here first what is this? Okay. Oh, interesting. When it was down, I read 6. So 9 of Dis. So 9 being the sphere of Yesod, the womb sphere, the place of the astral even. You know, if you've ever done any journey work into the realm of the Akashic Records, one could say it's in a way an astral realm. And there's so many different ways to go about doing this, you know. Every time I think of that lyric or hear that lyric even, I wonder like, oh, I wonder what Kendrick Lamar did. You know, there's QHHT, which we have a video on that describes that and kind of shows an example of what it is. There's so many different forms. And maybe Tahira, I know you're big into the hypnotherapy and stuff. You know, there might be other ways which people might use. For myself, shamanic journeying is one where we connect to the death animal, or there's also like a kind of like reincarnation, past life animal that journeys with us and shows us the insights. So we have here the 9 of Dis, which is Venus in Virgo. Okay, the V and the V. 5, 5. See, there's something about 5 too. And then we have the next card, 5 of Wands, which is strife. Okay, so it's almost as though something that is wanting to show up in the past life for this month of June, it can lead to a gain, and it's been causing this challenge of strife, this conflict. You know, if we think about the sphere number 5, which is Gebura in the tree of, or on the tree of life, that is the severity. It's like the Marsian energy, the intensity of all of that. And I think this card in particular is ruled by, what is this? Oh, someone help me. How can I forget this symbol? This is Leo, I think. I don't know. It looks different in every deck. So what? Saturn in Leo, I believe. So this teacher, this fierce energy, this fiery teacher that can be there as part, but it's also kind of causing the strife. So what can this look like? Hey, hey, Tammy. Nice to see you here. Yeah. I attended a QHHT webinar today. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Ooh, interesting to hear. Yeah, there's something here about past life. We're going to pull one more card for the center. I just want to see kind of what this would be. So Ace of Discs. Oh, this card's so like divine, in my opinion. Look, we have here the 4 angels or archangels that guard each of the 4 directions. I talked about the medicine wheel. You know, in the shamanic teaching, I have the Akashic records is considered to be in the Northwest. The Northwest is this area of not only the Akashic records, but also the cycles of natural and physical law, okay? And so this protection here, this like protection, but also this completion of this circle is you in the center is kind of how I'm seeing it with these 2 cards, okay? So I'm just gonna hold it up for you. It's like there can be protection so that you can gain, because it's a disc card, and we also have the gain card, the 9 of discs. So there's something there that can be very supportive for you over this next month of June as you go through reviewing. And I want to just speak that sometimes, you know, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, it's happened to me, where past life experiences they just come in, okay? I can tell you I've been in some very awkward situations where that's happened in my lifetime, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, I just got this download or vision, however you want to receive or you may perceive energy. And it can kind of throw us off guard, I want to say. And so you don't even necessarily have to be taking action in any particular type of therapy like hypnosis or past life regression or whatever, though I would encourage you perhaps this month to seek that out at least one time, even if it's like a meditation on YouTube or on Insight Time or whatever other apps you might use, okay? So let's just, is there anything about that maybe wants to come through with this card? Oh my goodness. The Prince of Wands. So we have a wand card here. So this Prince of Wands energy, again, we have Lion, Leo, all that fire, something about being crowned. It's interesting. I'm just gonna put these cards down. He's holding that wand. I mean, he is the Prince of Wands with the same, what is this? I want to say this is the ibis head, but I could be wrong about that. Oof, I'm gonna have to look that up after. So there's just something here to be aware of about this kind of like charging energy, I guess. How do I want to describe this, Spirit? Like, know that even when those types of intense sort of perceptions come through, which can sometimes happen in even a past life regression where, you know, I've heard this from people who've gone and had it and it was like opened their mind, and they ended up having way more questions, and it could lead to, you know, like really shaking things up. But like, I feel like with this card, it's just really wanting to show you to let that shaking up, that energy of like the potential of fire to like propel you forward, like this prince on the chariot. Like, look at the fire. And he's taking control in a way. He's holding the lion with the reins here, but he's also holding the wand, the staff, and like using it as this power wand, the power staff. So there's something here I feel that really wants to, that can be a support for you as you go through, knowing that whatever might show up for this month, not to cause fear again around this, but it's going to have some type of power for you. We have the art card. I mean, I feel like this maybe even came out last time, did it not? But this idea that this creative potential, again, like what wants to come through you, maybe then you're channeling it through some form of creative process, okay? We can see how many people who go through like a spiritual awakening or emergence of some sort, who have deep, kind of profound experiences, how they then use art through any medium, right? Film, through drawing, painting, music, dance, like whatever form it wants to be for you. It could be through ritual even, to like just kind of create something there. And it's funny, we got like a wand. It's like a wand with like a little light or flame around it. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay, what else do we need to know for this month of June? We got this past life thing. Is there anything else? Like, what is this past life even going to actually like engage with? Or what's the, by the end of the month, I guess, where is this going to take people, Spirit? Let's see what that says. We have love. So there's going to be like a profound heart opening for the end of the month because of your healing of whatever, this recognition of the intensity of the past life experience or experiences. For those of you that might have multiple. And this, I think, especially, I'm just kind of feeling like that galactic energy, those like galactic star beings. So if you're someone who identifies as a star seed or individual, maybe who, sometimes we can close off, or you might not really feel very connected. You may miss kind of the energy of those loved ones that are, in the stars or wherever. Like this recognition of the past life energy is going to really be heart opening and supportive for you. So we can see how that would be a gain. It's interesting too, because I just put that on the 9 of Discs, which was the gain card. And I'm thinking how 9 is Yesod, which is tied to the astral. And the heart is actually, in most realms, it's tied to the astral layer in our body, our 7 layers. So at the astral, it's like a bridge between the higher density and the lower density chakras, energy centers, or the energies within like the universe. And so something when we can recognize like that heart, that rainbow bridge of the heart, and when it opens, it becomes a more easeful like channel, bridge to those higher realms, those higher vibrational spaces. So where those galactic beings are, where the divine beings, archangels, or whatever other like ancestral connections you might have, it's going to just like create this open portal of communication from the above to the below, okay? From the spiritual to the material realm. So whatever that might be for you, we're going to just pull one of these animal cards. Let's see what. It's funny too, the sun again, I said was at the bottom, and how that's tied to the heart. We did that exercise at the beginning with the heart space. So, okay, what animal might want to be supportive? We just lost a bunch of cards, so I'm going to just shuffle again. But what animal wants to be of support for us this month of June, especially as we go through this past life process, heart opening process? Oh, the whale. Okay. Ooh. Well, that makes sense. Aren't like, I think my understanding of the whale is it's like considered one of the more ancient animals. And if you've ever seen like, I think there's certain movies or ideas where it's like the whales even came from the stars, like they were kind of like in space, and they're these very like ancestral galactic beings, and they carry so much wisdom. So perhaps we'll do a meditation before we go into the personal readings, where we can connect to that energy of whale. If you are somewhere where you can go and look at whales in the ocean, or like whale watching or whatever, I think as long as it's like ethically done, then maybe that's something to consider going for, or even in this next month. In the summertime, drawing the energy of the whale so that you can like gain that wisdom, and maybe even seeing it as a transportation astrally for you to connect to this past life, to the Akashic record space. It'd be cool to do some type of Akashic record thing even, but we'll see what comes of that. That's kind of an area. I think if you are going to look into Akashic record readings or past life regression, please, 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 just be sure that you do it with someone that you trust, that you know maybe is like, I want to say trained, or at least efficient, or like, ethically connected to doing that work. Because sometimes, things can happen. I just want to speak that. Don't go just like instantly Googling and get going with the first person you find. Like, do some investigation, some review of who that person is, what they have to offer you. Ooh, I'm going to pull one of these. But yeah, thank you, whale. We're going to call to you during the kind of guided practice. Oh, that card went all the way over there. I'm not going to pick it up because it's behind the camera, but it's the 8 card of this deck, and it's the strength card. Ooh, Leo again. There we go. So we have Leo, fire energy again. One of the symbols on that card, the 8 or strength card, is an anchor. So that's interesting. If you think about if we think about the ocean, we think about any type of vessel or being, it's like the bigger it is, like the whale, it's not moving. It is in itself like an anchor. So like I was saying, doing Akashic readings or record readings, past life stuff, it's so important to be anchored down. Okay, this is going to be your overall sense of strength. It's going to support you with getting the information that's needed and drawing it or embodying it so that you can then actually create the changes you want to see in your life. Otherwise, it's really easy to get lost, or, I've had some like past life journeys that were what we would call the dark, like the shadow work. And I remember doing a day of like just intense journeying within this realm. And it was like, there were times I was just like, I have to stop. Like, I have to stop. It was physically and emotionally creating like almost like a chaos inside because it seemed so real. So just do what you need to do. Make sure that you're anchoring, caring for your body and so forth as you go through this month, so that you can really just, again, integrate what is coming through. Okay. So we have yellows and oranges. We have greens in these these cards that have been pulled. So whatever that might mean to some of you, heart space with the green, the sacral, the yellow being kind of like the yellow and the orange being the sacral and the solar plexus. So we have these kind of 3 torso energies here. So really, again, body, being in body, feeling your body, touching into that, because otherwise we get chaotic and that strife, the discord is going on. Whereas we can, if we can just breathe into all that, we can open up our heart. Okay. To hear, very interesting. I have a session in the next week. Oh, okay. Thank you for this reading. May I have cards? Yes, we'll pull cards, personal cards here. I'm just going to pull one of these Angel of Abundance for the collective. It says, detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time with. Can I just ask a question? Like, I have this open on my computer. Like, is anyone else getting ads showing up? Because that's weird. I've never seen that before on like a live. Anyways, let me know. I'm going to have to see why it's doing that, because that's annoying. It's annoying for me. I'm sure it's annoying for other people. Okay. So it says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and your relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Oh my God, I feel like this has been the thing for the last like 6 months. I don't even know who I'm spending time with. It just seems to be my lovely self sometimes. But anyway, if you are in relationship this coming month, or hanging with people, even if it's colleagues, just, like I usually say, just spend time on your own, engage in your own way, release that, which is, I've just been working on the course that's going to be coming out in the next like month or so. And it's like this idea of the vibration and how certain vibrations that we're around, they influence us mentally, emotionally, energetically. And when we can release those energies that don't serve, then we're able to align with a different frequency. Not that it's better or worse, it's just different. That you know where you're vibrating, okay, and what needs to shift for you. So be conscious of those relationships. And I feel like I've said that like almost every reading. Some of this stuff just seems so repetitive to me. But anyway, besides that, I think that's it for the collective reading, unless Spirit, there's anything else you'd like us to know. We're just going to pull a rune for the month. Maybe just vibrate the name of the rune for this month, the collective June. And we'll see. Tiwaz. I'm seeing it as an arrow right now. This is the energy of like a masculine sort of power, but I'm really just seeing this as this like movement upwards. Like it's like being shooting up. Okay. So how can you bring in this energy of Tiwaz into your month of June? Blessings to you from Tiwaz, from this rune. You can breathe in that energy. Trusting your path is being lit and guided with arrows. And the past lives that are calling you to find them so you can gain with the 9 of discs. Instead of facing strife, trust that those arrows are going to light up on your path for this next month and beyond. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Sweet. Hi, April. Hello. Okay, sweet. You guys don't see ads. Okay. Well, I don't know why my computer is doing that. It's bizarro. Okay. So personal cards. Let's start. Tahira, you mentioned. If anyone else watching or joining, I see there's quite a few people. If you'd like a personal card pulled, cards, you can let me know for this month of June. And we'll get you written down on the list. So yeah. So as we go through these personal card pulls, we'll just ask the whale to kind of show up. Any messages that might want to come through intuitively. I'll just invite you, Tahira, to imagine a whale, whatever type of whale. Maybe there's a particular whale that shows up right now, even in your mind's eye. What is that whale? Remember like Free Willy? Oh my gosh. I think I really liked that movie as a kid. I mean, who wouldn't? The idea of some animal in captivity and then, being released out, being free. That's beautiful. Okay, Tahira. Ruta Bauman. Hello. A personal card means if you would like some intuitive guidance for the month of June, you can let me know and I will pull some of these like tarot cards, oracle cards, or whatever other cards are here, or ruins. And yeah, it'll just be a message that maybe wants to show up for you. You're welcome, Tammy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, have a great night. Yeah. Okay. A cartoon blue whale. Why? I don't know. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, I'm just going to write down this Ruta's name. And then April. Okay. So Tahira, first we have the lust card, which it's interesting. I was looking down there. Well, okay, let me rephrase. So I see this sometimes as strength, even though I know it's a different card. But when I was looking down, I see strength. So there's something here about this, like that feminine energy. We've talked about the strength card many times in the Ouroboros 713 gatherings that we host on Saturday mornings, because it's the card of the year, right? But here today, it's lust. And it's, again, this woman who is, this is actually the representation of Babylon, right? The red goddess who is riding on the back of the beast. This is written in like Revelations. And instead of the demonization of her energy, it's about recognizing what the potential of lust can bring into life. How much can you go into more, I guess is what I want to say. And this can be a bit of a dangerous game, because sometimes like more and more and more and not having any willpower can actually lead to a bit of a destructive tendency. So, you know, maybe there's something here for you about past lives that even this whale, as fun and blue and cartoony as it is, wants to show you. You know, even just hearing myself say that, then it was like, you know, as a kid, like maybe parents would be like, you're watching too much television, or you're like too much of a good thing. It's like, what did that kind of instill in as a belief for you? And I feel this is where Babylon, her energy, connecting, communing, however you wish to identify that, can be supportive. It's like the whore energy. How much can you like receive of her? How much can you be of the learning to receive from the world around you? You know, knowing that it's birthing something new. She's just in so much pleasure, lust, like she's riding on the back of this beast. And yeah, I won't go into the details of the beast, but the beasts are kind of like a compilation of all sorts of different figures, including like papal figures and all this sort of stuff. It's very blasphemous. That's fun. And then we have the Seven of Discs. So it's a failure card. Yeah, interesting. So this is 7. I'm seeing 7 here, and I instantly thought Netzach, that sphere of Venus. Okay. And so there's something here, again, there's something here, and it's probably tied to past lives. Okay, interesting. I put the deck upside down and this was there. But I feel like it's something tied to this. Did you not get this card last time? But it's like something tied to what you think is good and what you think is right. And so there's this mindset that's sort of happening around the kind of like beauty, or however you want to identify it, of Netzach, with that Venusian, you know, art and like the form of beauty that Venus, the morning star, is. And there's something about the disconnect of your thoughts that's showing up in the physical reality. And I think the past life, whether you have an intention already around that, perhaps that's something, you know, you're still sitting with. I would be curious to see if it's kind of tied for that QHHT session in the future, because it's going to really help kind of bring about the realization of the polarity being it's all just one spectrum, and you've just positioned yourself on one area of that spectrum, and now you get to decide where you're going to move to. Okay. So that's going to be, I think, really great. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, nice seeing you here. Hope all is well. Ooh, okay, I don't know why I'm doing that one. I don't want that one right yet. Okay, Tahira, let's see. We're going to pull a couple more here for Tahira for June. Let's pull a chakra card. What wants to kind of just identify a bit more of these 3 cards that were pulled. We have lust, failure, and change. So something's, why is it telling me this one? Don't you like always get this card? Abundance. That's awesome. Hi, David. Nice to see you there. If you'd like a card pulled, you can let me know in the comments. But Tahira, you got abundance. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I have anything to say about that. You know what abundance is. What if your lust and adventure for life and allowing it fully could actually lead to more? What if it could actually lead to more? And it's funny how the failure card is actually ruled by, I think it's Saturn in Taurus. Taurus is very much about the beauty and the sense of like finances or stability and kind of like the physical stuff. And there's something around all of that being a teacher for you. So awakening this abundance. I have gotten that before. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what? Anyways, that's funny. We're going to pull one of these too. Actually, no, we're going to pull one of these. Actually, yeah, we're going to pull one of these to hear it. Angels of Abundance card, because that makes sense. Oh, weird. How many fell? Okay, we're going to do this weird one. Well, there's two, actually. We'll just do these two. Because they kind of fell like hovering, because they got caught in the wire. So we have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Which, if we look at the Seven of Discs, all these disc cards are literally just like discs growing on plants or being like shaded by plants or whatever. So there's something here about your reception of the energy. And it's also kind of like the same color. I just want to point out. So there is something here about the crown, the throat, being in receptivity of the divine energy through these kind of blues and violets, okay? And then you also have the power of prayer card, which is also blue. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Okay? So this is for you, Tahira. How can you pray and receive those inspiring ideas, the guidance along the path to continue to seek what it is that's going to support you in the pleasure and abundance of your life that you deserve to experience? Okay? It's weird. There's like something on this card and I don't really know. So that's funny. Okay, I think that's it, Tahira. I would definitely encourage you to connect to that blue whale. See how it starts to evolve. And again, there's something about like the idea that it's like a kind of like a childish cartoon. Like I really do believe like some of the most inspiring people to me are like children. You know, some of the people that I've had as teachers that are the most influential are just like kids, like they're like big kids. You know, they're playful, they have fun, they do these sorts of things. And I think there's something about tapping into that helps us not only with this kind of spiritual evolution, it also supports you with the physical, right? Because you're like living like you're young, like you're a child, that the vitality that exists. Okay. So yes. You're welcome, Tahira. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Sweet. Thank you, David. I would say I'm kind of amazing sometimes. Okay, Ruda Bauman. Yes, my marriage failed. I have reflected and have basically changed 360 degrees. Cool. I mean, sorry that your marriage failed unless that was something that you desired or, you know, but yeah, let's pull some cards for you for this month of June. Ruta. I like that name. It's unique. I don't think I've seen that. You don't have to tell me where you're from, but I'm just curious what the origin is of that name. And with that being said, what is the ancestral connection that you have that you are connected to? Yeah, because I feel like there's some like ancestral thing for you, Ruta. Let's pull some cards to see kind of what's going on with that. Because I'm definitely feeling like a very strong, like maternal grandmother kind of like that, like beyond, but more like the grandmother beyond energy for you that could be like supportive. Like, I just feel like that it's really like, they're kind of being like, you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. There's this like, even if they're not physically there with you, maybe they are, but you haven't really connected. There's something there. How can you even do that energetically? Okay. No, I love the guy. I had to stop because of third parties. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean about that. But okay. Let's see what June has in store for you, Ruta. If there's any particular messages from Rita's ancestors, his maternal grandmother line, lineage that wants to come through. Oh, there's a card over on the floor. That's weird. I'm just seeing it. We might have to get that for you. I'm going to see if I can reach it. I got like too much stuff here, you guys. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm curious. This is your card, Rita. We're going to start with this. It's an animal card. The unicorn. Well, that's magical. We're just going to place that there. Because I don't know how I didn't see that, but I just saw it now. So, Okay. What messages do you have, ancestors, for Ruta? Anything that can be of interaction. Okay, we have the art card. This is the 14th card of the tarot, the Trump deck, or Trump Major Arcana. Oh, we have the Queen of Swords. So you already have like a lot of this like royal kind of feminine energy. I'll show you the cards in a minute. Whee! Ooh, sorry. Okay, like the thing that... Oh God, okay. I'll show you this in a minute. So like, I just want to preface this. I know everyone's relationship situations are so different. So just take what I say with a grain of salt. This is your life, Ruta. You know, you go through the process of grief and whatever in the way you feel called. I personally went through a divorce of my own choosing. So very different there in itself. But not that it was easy by any means to make a choice like that, especially when, you know, if you have family, kids, or whatever is involved. But I just wanted to like speak to the fact that sometimes these things happen for a reason. Okay. And I feel like a lot of what's going on is it's like this divinely magical sort of transformation that's occurring for you. Okay. What I'm actually seeing here, so we have the Trump card of art. I believe this is usually called Temperance, if I'm correct, in some of the other decks. But it's like these two beings who are doing, or like performing, I guess, some type of transmutation of alchemy. They are mixing two substances like the water and the fire to create inside here this elixir of life, the philosopher's stone, however you want to identify it. But look at them. They are white and black. They are mixed. It's like the shadow aspect. Around the sun of them is actually, my understanding, these are the different stages of alchemy, okay, that take place. So there's something here that's been going on for you that's an alchemical transmutation, this relationship. And then what I saw here, this Queen of Swords is carrying a sword and like the head of a being, but what I actually was seeing was a mask. So it's like you've in a way like cut away the mask of yourself and of others so that you can start to really be yourself. And we see her like kind of bare-chested, just very vulnerable, open, and rising above, okay, kind of evolving, rising above there. So I want to just speak that those are kind of like the two energies that exist for you, Ruta, as the driving force and the potential, so to speak, of what's going on for you currently. It's very magical. It might not make sense to you. Like the unicorn wouldn't really make sense to a lot of people, and that's okay. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is indolence. And like, it's not the most appealing card to look at. It's like showing how the flow of the water, which is representing emotions, is like drained. There's just like not enough, so to speak. It's very dark. It just seems like a scarcity and so forth. But when this card came, it fell out on the floor. And the Chariot card, the thing that came to my mind was like, move on. Like that was kind of Spirit's like, move on. Notice how the sphinxes down beneath are black and white. Again, this light and shadow aspect kind of driving you forward. Okay. And this is not to say like you're still caught up in it. I just want to speak that like whatever parts there that might still need transmuting, just trust that you can go through the process. And we're going to pull some cards on that, because then it's going to shift from this 8 of indolence, 8 of cups, into what will be, moving towards a bit more of the abundance again, a bit more of a filled cup. Into happiness. Oh my God. Like I was even like, what does the next card look like? The 9 of Cups. So wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're going to move from this to this. Okay? Like I can't even speak to how crazy that is that just came up. I think the 9 of Cups is, well, they're both Pisces, but you went from now Saturn in Pisces, the teacher, the karmic path, which could be tied to your past life stuff with that relationship. And now the 9 of Cups, which is Jupiter in Pisces. Very different energy, okay? So can you be willing to move? We're going to pull a chakra card here for you, Rita. Okay, let's see. This might be a place for you to really focus on in terms of healing, so that transition from the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups can occur for you. Wow, like I just love the image of that 9 being like the equal to 3 and the 3, this like balance, so to speak. Ooh, okay. So what magical practices do you take part in? Yeah, there's something here like, I don't think I've ever seen your name on here, but I wonder if there's something for you around curiosity of magic, magical practices, ritual, ceremony. It doesn't need to be magic necessarily. It can be shamanic, ancestral. I feel like there's this like kind of nestling part of you that may like a spiritual emergence. Desiring to be born, and it's gonna happen. I'm going forward as you can not go backwards. I mean, I do know people who go backwards, but yeah, it's all, I guess, maybe an illusion. We're moving constantly in an evolving way. And I wonder what this could look like for you. How can you tap into your magic? And the unicorn showing up here is just, again, this reminder of like the playfulness that can exist. So perhaps play is going to be that part that's going to support really tapping into this, and it's not just about emotional happiness. Okay. This is about like your cup being so full that because you've filled your cup first, that then it's able to stream out into the world, into everyone else's cups. Or whoever's cups that, again, because that detoxing relationships that aren't good, like you want to just feed the people that are in a way feeding you back, if that makes sense, but like that aren't just taking, and there's no reciprocity there. Okay? Is there anything else here that wants to come through? Yeah, I invite you, Ruta, like whatever means, again, tying it to some ancestral side on the maternal. If you can look into your ancestry and find out what are some magical ways, rituals, or techniques that maybe the woman would do in your lineage, your blood lineage, I think that will be really like powerful for you. So yeah, and I want to invite you to do that this month of June, please. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say about that. What wants to come through? Thank you for being here, Ruta. Yeah, all the best on your journey. Okay. Ooh, we have April next, and I see there's some other folks here. If you'd like a card pulled, part of the personal readings, you can feel free to let me know in the comments. This is for the month of June, and if you've just shown up, you may want to go back to the beginning after the replay is available, April Coleman, and see what the collective reading was for this month. It's all about past lives, it seems. It's kind of exciting. It's scary exciting. So April Coleman, we're going to pull some cards for you now. Yeah, and yeah, you're welcome, Ruta. Yeah. And yeah, I just want to invite people to, like, if you're new here, again, you can subscribe, obviously. Share this video to anyone you think might need to hear it or see it after it's available. If you'd like to join the Ouroboros 713 Saturday morning gatherings, our next one is going to be June 15th. Contemplated doing it this week. I just, yeah, bridal shower thingies, all the things to do. So, yeah, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. A friend of mine is getting married. So, we're going to pull cards for April. Whew, I don't know why these cards want more shuffling. That's why. Yeah. So we have the power, 4 of discs. April. So maybe, ooh. So April, is there like a court thing going on for you? Like a court case? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I feel like if there's some type of legal thing going on, you have the 4 of discs, and then you have the 6 of wands, which is victory, and then you have the 8 of discs, which is prudence. Okay. So, yeah, I wonder if there's some type of legal thing that you're facing or that's kind of shown up in your life, so to speak. And you're really having to set up these boundaries, you know, maybe if this is like related to some, co-parenting situation or whatever the case might be, this image, I guess, is really like imagining this. I think it's going to be super important for you. It's going to lead to a victory. Okay. It's going to lead, not yet, you say. Okay. Well, is that like going to happen? Or anyways, there's going to be some type of victory for you within this. And look how these wands are like gridded. It's like there's like nothing can pass through. There's flames even between the holes. So if you try to put a hand through there, it's like, ouch. Okay. And then we have the 8 of discs, which is also ruled by the sun. I think it's sun in Capricorn, the symbol for the 2 of discs. And this is sun in Virgo, right? Yeah. So the sun being a part of this ruling energy for you, as a way even perhaps to cleanse energy, and really boost the protection, because the reason we see these flowers shaded is the sun. There's like a protection that can happen with the sun, and sometimes a protection that needs to happen from the sun. So if this is tied to a son, like a boy, or someone's son or something, it's funny. Sometimes like I just get like stories that play out. And for the most part, I believe these stories to be like true, because why would I play stories? And this has just been how my mind's operated. But yeah, I'm really feeling like there's this need for like a protection. And like the thing I wanted to say was like it felt like it was like from the mother of like a partner, like a male partner, like that energy. Because yeah, just like the overprotective, overburdening kind of energy. And so whether it's even your mom or someone, it's like it comes from a place of love, and yet it can also be sometimes disruptive and not really a great addition. So the need for clearing practices. You can check out the practice of the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. There's a video on our channel here. There's lots of other guidelines out there. You can check and read how to do that, where we're calling in the energies of the 4 directions. Simple energy, magic circle around you can also be powerful. I feel that someone or something may be blocking my gift. Okay. Okay. Hi, La Santissima Muerte. Let's go. Okay, April. So the thing I read that came to my mind when I first read that blocking my gift is to know that no one can really block your gift. Okay? No one can block your abilities. I don't think so, really, truly. We just allow other people to have power over us, okay? So perhaps there's something there around that mindset that could be of support for you, because that's going to add to your ability to really step in your fire, because you're protected. You're divinely protected. Even if like really horrible things have happened to you in the past, okay? No, like I know it sucks because sometimes some really shitty things happen to us, like really crappy things. There can still be power that comes through. There's learnings that come through with all of this. So whatever is going on, whatever might be happening with you, between you or someone or something, like I'm not picking up on anything like dark at this point. I feel like if there was something, it would like make itself known energetically. And I want to say that right now, over this month of June, if you can, April, to really hone in on the moon. Even just thinking about the moon is light in its fullness, and then it goes dark in its shadow. But we wouldn't say that one is better than the other. They both have their times with that ebb and flow. They both have their purpose. And we can use both of those aspects and all the aspects in between of the moon. Oh, it's so fascinating to connect with that. And I'm saying it's fascinating because when I was holding that Thoth deck, I'm just remembering, my eyes kind of glimpsed at the bottom of the deck, and I thought it was the moon card. I looked at it, and it was the magician. And I just want to say there's something here. So if you do practices, and if not ritual practices, then perhaps on the moon, full moon and new moon of this month of June, to create a ritual for yourself that is like a cleansing bath ritual, okay? I think that will be really supportive for you, especially if you are feeling you have a connection to the moon, okay? I want to just also reframe the word gift. We've kind of talked about this before. It's from gift to ability, psychic abilities, spiritual abilities, whatever. Because a gift kind of gives the sense of like, well, someone could, am I worthy of a gift? Is it a special occasion for a gift? It's like, these aren't gifts. Clairaudience, clairsentience, whatever the other ones are, voyance. Those are abilities. You came into this world with it. It's yours, and it's yours to have forever. Okay? And it may fluctuate like the moon in its ups and downs. So perhaps this is a time where it seems like it's off because the moon, just like the moon gets dark, it's just, oh, look at this. Then it just is what it is. So the first card on top is moonlighting. So yeah, you got like something about the moon, Luna. It says you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Okay. And then you have this other card, attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way. Because of the fears underlying chasing energy, instead attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. I'll just show you this image here. So I feel like this like jumped from the beginning of what if there is like a court thing. Just, maybe perhaps these experiences now are showing you and preparing you for whatever might come up, that it can work in your favor. And even just that mind shift switch or change can be really supportive for you to recognize your power, okay? These pillars around you, the sun protecting you and guiding you, the staff or wands of power give you victory. And the power of the feminine within the moon cycles in itself is just so potent, okay? So these two cards, moonlighting, attracting, not chasing. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's going to come exactly the way it needs to. And if something doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant for you. What is it? Rejection is God's protection. It just sucks sometimes when the rejection is something we maybe really thought we wanted, Anything else here for April? I don't think so. Okay, sweet. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Whew, okay, I don't see anyone else wanting any personal cards, so I think we're going to wrap up here with just a guided practice to close the space. So I want to thank you all for being here. If at any point you feel like, just being in gratitude, I am grateful to you for showing up, sharing your energy. And I'm also very welcoming of donations. You can do it through the link with YouTube, but I also have it in the description if you feel called. I also do private readings with folks and other like online coaching and empowerment support. So if that's something that you were interested in, you can join the membership with here on like the community with YouTube. You can head to my website, deepmindsquared.com. And yeah, perhaps I'll see you again at any point. These readings happen every month for like the month ahead. So we'll meet again probably end of June for the month of July or beginning of July there. And yeah, other interesting videos are coming out. I also have a course that's going to be coming out at the end of June, beginning of July, where we're going to, just dive into the way of magic. So if you are curious about what magic, practices of ritual, of different ways to protect your energy and support yourself in manifesting and creating life that just feels so like yummy and juicy, then this may be for you. You can just make sure you subscribe and stay in contact somehow so you're notified of when that comes out. Just so much gratitude for you as we close the space together. Thanking those ancestors, those guides, those galactic beings, the divine beings, archangels and angels that have shown up here. We thank you and we release you from the space to continue to guide us on our path as we move forward through the month of June. As you tap into that past life energy that might show up for you this month of June, as was mentioned in the collective reading, know that you have that internal power to recognize what wants to be recognized, to embody the changes, and to start to live a life that's moving towards that like summit of perfection of the divine. It's not about being perfect, it's about the constant evolution. So now, as you again are just breathing into the heart space, perhaps a golden ball of light in the heart, and it grows brighter, more vibrant with each inhale and exhale. And imagining now the calendar of June with its 30 days of the month in front of you. And this light from your chest, the sun now just bathing this calendar, bathing the doors to each day of the month of June. Blessing each of those days as you enter through each individual portal. Lighting up the opportunities that are waiting for you. All you need to do is say yes. And to ask Spirit each day when you wake up, hey, what are the opportunities for me today? And so the sun blessing the month of June for you, paving the way. Thank you, Spirit. On your next inhale, breathing awareness into your body. And opening your eyes, returning to the space. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you all. And until the next time, see ya.